ready for this?
Let's get it.
I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm a little nervous, but
Don't be.
Well,
It's gonna be fun.
that little red light up there? That means we on the air. Oh, we ain't got no intro music. You did just say that.
Yeah, it's kind of like, we just kind of like, welcome.
Well, let me see what I can find. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it.
It's kind of like a little weird.
It is, because we're not in the studio. Y'all got to forgive us. We're not in the studio,
It is what it is.
Right. Let's
I'm
see.
just happy and humbled that you guys want to do this with me.
Listen, it's been, 2 years?
I know it has.
We've been chasing you, though.
Yeah, I will say that.
Oh, you got a little song?
Here we go. Little bootleg, because we are not in our studio.
It's okay. I love it.
But we're going to...
In the studio, this is booming. It sounds great.
Yeah, it's really good in the studio.
Hope my phone don't die. You got to, let's turn my ringer off, huh?
Yeah. Hey, Kiwan. Hi. You play the theme music. I'm going to get to that.
Oh, there you Is it no? Do it no say Nebo?
Yeah, I have to change it. Mm-hmm.
No. I mean, not change it. I'm just. Cause I'm a thug, Lynette.
You a thug, not Eli.
Right.
Not at
You
all.
run the street.
Not at all. Hey, welcome to Get Moxie, the Lifestyle Talk Show. As you can see, guys, we are back in where it all began. We back in the basement, where it was all organic, and it was me and Nels and our sign in the back. But we had to do tonight. Thank you guys for joining us. Had a little power outage in Dover at the studio, so we're taking it back to where it all began, y'all.
Yeah.
As always, sitting to my right tonight.
Yeah.
As always, sitting to my left normally. Sitting to my right tonight, y'all. Please, respect the shooter. Y'all know she got my back. Always, and she'll let that thing pop off. Please, y'all, give it up for my very lovely and vivacious co-host, Coach Nelly B's in the building.
Yeah. Hey guys.
Hey.
As always, welcome to Get Moxie, the Lifestyle Talk Show, where we have invigorating, solution-focused conversations that will cause the rest of your life to be your best life. As always, thank you to my co-host, Mr. Eli Isabel. I say it every week. The way he talks about me makes my head bigger and bigger. So I never have low self-esteem issues.
Right.
He does. That's
That's
what a
good.
partner's
It's
supposed
my job.
to do.
It's
Right?
my job to keep you lifted up.
Absolutely.
I ain't gonna go to church with you, but I'm gonna lift you up in another way.
You are best. Exactly. He's the best.
Hey.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in with us. It is Wednesday. It's Hump Day. We are excited. It's actually kind of nice being back in our natural environment.
It's different.
I like it. I don't know. This is
Very
where we started.
comfortable,
Right.
It is different.
Yeah, this is kind of like where we started. So
Yes,
I'm
Sherelle,
excited.
that's me, baby. Do I need to take my hat off?
That's what it is. They're not used to the hat.
All right, we're gonna rock the hat tonight because
It
I'm
is.
gonna take my hat off. My hair gonna look crazy.
Well, we're going to get into tonight's show. We have a wonderful guest, as you can see, sitting with us. Just fabulous. Loving it.
Listen, before you introduce her,
Go ahead.
I just want to let everybody know how we've been. I ain't never chased a woman in my life the way we chased this young woman right here. We've been on her tail for about 2 years.
2 years.
Easy. But finally,
Yeah.
she has graced Moxie with her presence.
Yes.
Hi, everyone.
Yes, she's gonna school us all on the actual factual of this transition and transformation and just being happy with who you are. Nelly B, tell the people who we got sitting next to you.
Well, we actually graced our presence 2 years ago at one of our events. She showed up and turned the place out, y'all. I was trying to do my how to give good head class.
Let's turn it out.
And I'm sitting there, talking about giving head. And she was like, question, hold on, let me school you. And I sat there like, wait, did she just school me on how to give head? I'm so mad right now. But she was right. So anyway, from that point, we was like, yo, we got to get her on the show. Love it.
For sure.
I live.
So, introduce to some of y'all. I see all your peoples is on here and they're supporting.
Thank you, guys.
The one and
everyone.
only Miss Queen Tori.
Yes, in the building. Word.
Guys, for having me. As always, like I said, I'm very humble that you guys are doing this with me. Like,
happy
really
you're here,
means a lot,
girl.
so
Happy you're here.
I'm glad to be here.
Thank you for rocking with us.
Yes.
We want to talk about. We have an hour because
Okay.
I got a bedtime.
I have a bedtime, so I'm
Yeah,
working
yeah.
on it.
Right.
I'm working on it.
But we got an hour, man, and I want to just for you, I want you to take it back to the beginning, and we're gonna work our way forward.
Well, before we get into the beginning,
Okay.
I'm going to stop real quick. Just by way of quick announcement, Get Moxie has actually been able to host a pole dancing class, a pole
Yes.
dancing pole twerk dancing class.
And I'm coming. 'Cause
Yes,
I want to be
you
there.
are. Everybody is welcome. So listen up, y'all. We posted it this morning. The link is on there. You have to purchase your ticket on Eventbrite. It is on October 28th. It's from 2 to 4. It's in Dover at Club Allure from 2 to 4. And it will be sponsored by Pole Works. That's the name of the instructor, Sade, something like that. But anyway, it's only 12 spots available. I know, I'm sorry. Sade, I think. I apologize, Sade. But it's only 12 spots available. So please, get your tickets. It's $25 for 2 hours with the Get Moxie crew. We're going to go in there. She's going to teach us intro to pole dancing and twerk class. You'll be there with the whole routine. And we're going to have a good time. So get your tickets. All the info is on the page. If you need any further information, hit us up on the inbox. And Queen Tori gonna be there to show us how to twerk.
And I'll be
I don't
in
know
the
how
back.
to twerk.
I'll be in the back being a creep. I heard that.
Right.
Wow.
So we're gonna jump right on in. Like you said, we have an hour. We're gonna talk to Queen Tori about this whole transition. And I know when we posted this initially, some people were like transition. Like, what do you mean? And I think it was Rena. She was like, "Don't play dumb."
Okay.
We all know what transition is.
Right.
So we know.
We all grown. We all know what it is.
Absolutely.
Let's be realistic.
Realistic
We are
about
gonna-
it.
We live in reality. It's not nothing new.
Exactly.
We ain't like just got here.
It's
It's
Right.
been a long road, but we here. Like, acknowledge and put some respect on it.
That's
Like,
it.
right,
Put
that's
some
right.
respect
That's what I'm saying.
on it.
'cause
So-
not, I mean,
Go ahead.
No, you go, because I got a question for you.
Okay,
When
I
you're
want to
done.
hear your question.
No. So Nelly, can we
Before
jump
get
off?
the
We
question,
ready?
shout out to all our Facebook
Oh
followers.
yes, they are in here popping tonight.
The old friend, what's happening? Dorothy Obana, Neosha Stanfield, Ellie Baby, Marcus Dean.
Brianna Monet.
What's
Hey,
happening?
what up, Fuse? Minnesota in the building.
Joel said, "What's up?" He said, "I got a champion hoodie and a Gap fitted. I got the uniform, bruh. What?"
Hey, you got to just come be on now, bro. That's it.
Barbara Boyer, thank you for tuning in. Akeisha Stuckey. Kiwan, as always, thank you for sharing, Kiwan.
The old
Dave
friend,
Hughes.
you're hilarious.
Dave Hughes, thank you for tuning in. Dan
Yes.
Harden. Sherelle, covered by the blood.
Yes. Wow.
Lynette, shout out to you. Danica, shout out to you, love. Jessie Jives. Shout out to you, Gwyneth Martin.
Hey, Renee Rivas.
Renee Reeves, thank you for tuning in. Y'all, right before we get to the show, go ahead and hit that share button. Believe me, tonight's
Yes.
a show that you're not going to want to miss. We are all going to be educated on this, the transition, the journey to transition. And, of course, if you don't know, let me be frank, we're talking about being a transgender, changing your gender identity.
Right.
Saying it correctly?
Yes,
Correctly. Right.
Let
So,
me write that down so I don't mess it up.
so we have today with us Queen Tori, and she's going to share her experience. So hit that share button. Tell your friends, invite your lovers, invite your haters, invite your dogs. Tell them, look, tune in to Get Moxie tonight. It's going to be a show you don't want to miss.
Hey, Gwen, thank you for watching, baby. I hope you're feeling better.
Yes.
Queen Tori,
Yes.
as a youngster, as a little person, when did you know you know things were different for you?
It's not when, like, I realized it's, like, it was always who I was. I couldn't hide it. Like, I always was attracted to males. Like, I always find guys attractive. I always played, like, with Barbie dolls. Like, I didn't like getting dirty. Like, I didn't like playing, like, contact sports. It was never nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I've done some of those things, like, I
Right.
played contact sports, but it was never me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I never felt like that's who I was inside. So,
Wow.
Was your name always Tori? What was your birth given name?
my birth given name is Christorian, but I've always
Christorian.
been called Tori from a baby.
Okay.
Like, that's been like a family. Anyone that's close to me or knows me, that's
Okay.
Tori.
All right.
Okay,
I like
all
that.
right, all right.
Historian.
So
Yes, but I go by Christorian too.
I used to, okay.
I love my name, honey. I would
It
never
is,
change
it's really nice.
unique, one of a kind.
Yeah,
There
it's
will only be
different.
one.
That's
Only
right.
one.
I believe you on that. I definitely believe you. So what's been you said, even as a youngster, you knew kind of this is who you were.
Right.
So how was it like as far as like family and stuff like that growing up? I mean, were they accepting of you
Not at
growing
all.
up?
You gotta think, Southern girl from Georgia.
Oh, is that right?
Country.
You left that part out.
Yes.
That's key.
Born and raised Georgia girl, peach all day. Used to eat. I wore my just peach.
Just peach. Yeah. All right now.
Always gonna rep my state, but
That's right.
I spent a lot of my life here in Delaware as well because my mother is from here.
Okay.
But growing up in a small redneck town, it's hard because my dad is a deacon in the church.
Okay. Wow.
So my family is very religious, and it's frowned upon.
Right.
They don't like it. They feel like it is a sin. You're going to go to hell. It's a demonic spirit. And I just feel like I didn't choose this. This is not something I woke up and be like, oh, I want to, like guys or be gay or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
But it's just who I am. Like I'm not out here, trying to sleep with everybody and, sleep with like men like some people in this lifestyle do.
Right.
But I just feel like for me, it's just been a long, hard road.
When you say a hard road, I know we kind of like jumping all over the place, but I'm kind of going off of what you're talking about. When you say it's been a long, hard, what about all of this? What about the transition has been the hardest
my family,
for you?
for one, not being accepted. Like when I go home, like I don't stay at my parents' house because they don't accept, like they don't want to see me in hair, makeup, and all that. So I stay at my aunt's house, she doesn't really like it, but she respects it. And she loves me no matter what. So it's just been a long road. Like I fought, like me and my mom always never had the best of relationship. I felt like she always knew I was different and I was the way I am, but it's like a denial thing. Like you don't want to accept that your child is this way. Like I know I raised you better than this, and she did raise me right from wrong. But at the end of the day, you can't deny who you are. Because there's been several times like I've been depressed. I even tried to commit suicide. Thought about it, but it's like what is that going to accomplish? That's not going to make anyone happy in the end.
Because of your family's religious background, was there a time where you tried to be who they wanted you to be? Did you ever try to shift to that?
I did that. I practically did that up until I would say about 5 years ago.
Oh wow!
Yes, about 5 years ago. Because I just got to a point where it's like I'm tired of living my life according to how you feel I should be, just to please you, because you don't want people talking. Even though I've been talked about like a dog, but that don't mean nothing. Like words are just words. And half of the people that's talking, they ain't even had half of the opportunities that I have, or can do the things that I do. So I feel like as my family, you shouldn't even worry about that. You should love me and know that you raised me right, and I know right from wrong. So.
Wow, that's deep, man.
Before we go any further, if you're just tuning in, welcome to Get Moxie. We have with us the
y'all.
one and only Miss Queen Tori. Shout out to Corey
she's
Roberson.
In the building.
Jewel Barbie. She said, right, cuz.
Right. Hi, cousin.
Trelise Cassidy.
Hi, cousin.
Felicia Strong. She's down in Houston, Texas. Thank you for joining us, baby. I don't know currently what's going on, but hopefully things are all good with you. Yes.
And even to the islands.
Yes, the islands.
Yes,
Hit with Irma right now. Shout out to all of them.
Weather is crazy. They're saying it's coming this way. I'm hoping
I hope not. I guess we gonna find out sooner or later.
Shout out to Patricia Wooten,
hey,
Kingdom Kings, Karen Mullins, Sherry Harrigan.
Marcellus.
There you go.
Where
Marcellus, sorry. I left my glasses upstairs. Andrea Bailey, thank you guys for tuning in. If you're just tuning in, we are talking about the journey to transition from with our wonderful Queen Tori tonight. And she's open and she's ready to talk about this thing, and we're excited because we want to be
questions,
educated
guys?
about it.
Hit us up in the feed.
Definitely.
We don't have the phone line tonight. Sorry,
we're not in the studio tonight.
Don't judge us.
But I really think education is key.
Absolutely.
We could talk about the book smart. We could talk about it from the book standpoint, but it's different when you actually go into the transition and when you live it. So thank you again for being with us, Tori. This is an honor to be here.
Brianna says, "Hey, Chris Tori."
Yeah.
Hi, Bree.
So Chris Tori. So Tori, let me ask you this. So you said that you were trying to live like the way your parents wanted you to up until like 5 years ago. What happened at that moment where you said no more? I'm gonna do what's gonna make me happy. Like, was there an event? Was there something that that took place?
It was just me, just tired of living really like two lives, because I would leave home one way and come back another.
Right.
And I just got tired of doing that. And then like one day, like my grandmother, she called me. She was like, I'm tired of not I'm tired, but I need you to take them pictures down off social media. You don't need to be putting yourself out there. You're not no female. And I'm like, who is even giving you this information? Who is, like really on me?
Is your grandma on Facebook?
No, my not to my knowledge. If she is, then I'm like, oh my God, because this is the woman that like lives by the Bible.
Wow.
All my life, I've never heard my grandma curse. I've never seen her smoke. I've never seen her drink.
Right.
Like she's strictly by the Bible.
Wow.
So.
That's that down south stuff.
Yeah,
right?
she's the epitome of a true Southern belle.
Right. Yes. But she can cook too.
Oh,
I know, sidebar.
And I don't get it twisted. I love my grandma. Would do anything for her.
Right.
But it's just when you and your family don't see eye to eye. It's just you have to love from afar.
Right.
Love from a distance.
Wow. So is that where you are now with your parent, your immediate, like your parents? You have siblings?
Oh, I have siblings.
How's that? How your relationship with siblings?
My siblings, they at first, like years ago, like when I first moved out when I was 18. They got it hard because like I was going back and forth with my parents, like I was rebelling.
Yeah.
They were getting like the wrath of it, so they kind of resented me a little. And to this day, I still feel like my little brother, he resents me a little to this day. But my sister, we have an open relationship. Like I FaceTime her, like she's okay with it. My cousins, like not all my family is don't like it, but. It's just my mother. I feel like it's just my mother, my father, and my grandmother. Those are the three main people.
Well, why do you think black people struggle so much? I mean, and I'm saying black because I'm black, and that's the only perspective I know. But why do you think black people struggle so much with people being transgender or lesbian or homosexual or whatever?
What I find with the males is they get intimidated. Like they see this facade of, oh, she's beautiful, and then they really try to talk, and then they find out that she's transgender, then they feel like their manhood is taken. But it's like, I can't help that you like what you see.
Right.
You need to stop being so thirsty. This is what it is.
Right.
But for a lot of I'll say a lot of blacks in general, they're like closed-minded. They don't want to accept reality. They feel like, oh, it's a sin, but it's not a sin when you're out here having sex unprotected and you're not married and you out here making babies.
Yeah, it is.
Or you out here killing people and you causing harm.
Right.
But being your true self and just because you love the same gender, I'm just a scum bucket. I'm just, the bottom of the, whatever. Like, that's just corny to me.
Yeah. What do you consider yourself as far as your sexuality? I know you're transgender, but I mean, like, would you say you're gay, lesbian, or you're heterosexual?
I would say a heterosexual because I identify as a woman. So it's like, I love women, beautiful women, I'm all for it. But sexually, that's not me. It doesn't arouse me, doesn't turn me on, doesn't do anything for me. I like men. I like penis.
All right.
Me too, girl. Me too. Sorry.
Big long.
Me too.
But just one. Just one.
Right.
Kanisha Lachey says, I remember helping you walk in your truth. I love you, friend. Kanisha Lachey.
Yes, that's one of my friends from Georgia. We've been friends since high school. One of my good girlfriends. So shout out to you, boo.
Wow. Thank you, Kanisha, for watching. Wow. So I had a question. Damn it, I should have wrote it down. I be getting stuck over here. That's why I be...
So, while he's thinking about his question, how was it for you going through high school, middle school? Was there any challenges that you faced? Because even though you didn't physically look, you didn't have to do your whole transformation yet, but you still had the same, feelings and
urges. I still had the same mentality. Anybody that went to high school with me will tell you I haven't changed. Okay. If anything changes, it's just my look.
Right.
I've elevated.
Right.
But anybody else will tell you I'm still the same historian, Tori, whatever you want to call me. But I've always had struggles, especially with, of course, guys, because there is the gay guy or the faggot, whatever you want to call it, and they don't know how to take it.
Right.
But behind closed doors, you really like it, and that's what really getting me. Like, you put on this whole manly mantra, like you really don't like it. But why are you doing all that? Like, I'm not even checking for you. You're not even my type, and that's what be getting me with a lot of these guys. They think because you are like gay or whatever you want to call transgender,
that you check
you
for
want
them, yeah, automatically.
And I'm like, really?
But you know, it's
like,
unfortunate,
really?
but they get that goes a lot even with just being homosexual. You know, they think because, you know, if you're gay, you automatically want them, and I've heard that so many times.
But it's a
not
double
how it
standard too, because a lot of gays in this lifestyle, they do that too. Like a lot of these, like I said, a lot of these in this community, they trick for a career. Like I said, it's okay to do, you know, like once or two times if you need to pay a bill or something, you late, you know. We understand. But you making a career out of it, come on, baby. Like, nobody gonna respect you. Like, you just gonna be face down, ass up. Literally. I'm just saying. And then that what be getting me, they be doing it for like $60, $80. Like, bitch, if you gonna lay on your back, lay down for some money. Like me, I
it'll be worth your while.
Okay, I don't lay that. If I'm gonna fuck, bitch, I'm not fucking for less than $200. But you gonna run me some paper.
I know that's right.
And that's the bare minimum.
Wow.
That's high quality right there.
That is high quality.
And that's worth every penny. Every penny.
I'm gonna look at some lessons.
Not dollar, not nickel, not coin.
Every penny.
Every penny.
So to segue into that, we got some good comments too. I want to make sure we get to them. So dating, right? How does that work out? Like, if a man doesn't know that you are transgender, if he's just assuming I just met this female, blah 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 blah, she's hot, I want to get to know her, whatever. At what point, if you guys are progressing, at what point do you say, or do you not? Like, how does that work out?
I don't meet without even telling them. Like, I'm very open and straightforward. Like,
so
I'm not here. Oh yes, I'm not here to fool nobody. I'm not here to play no games. I know what I want, and I know what I'm not going to settle for. If you're not cool with them, that's you going about your business. Like, you really loosen out on something really good.
Right.
But I'm very open. I tell them from the get, I am transgender, and some of them say yes, some of them say no.
How do you deal with the rejection?
I just brush it off. Like, I know, like, can't nothing like phase me. Like, I've been through so much. It's like I can't be phased at this point. Like, what else? You rejected me for what? I'm good.
You're lost. Right.
I take care of myself. I do what I gotta do.
Right.
Wow. Can we read some comments?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Nikisha Green says, "Hey boo, I love you."
Hi, that's my stepmom. Hi.
Okay, hi Miss Green. Tredarian Vandergilt Baker.
That is my gay dad.
All right, I love the name.
Yes.
Gay father. How are you? Says, "Love you, daughter."
Yes.
Crystal Vincent, love you, Tori. Aisha Michelle, Tori, I love you, and I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you guys.
Marcus, question. Let me make sure he ain't being silly. Okay. How have your health been from now till then? I think you meant mental health. When you decided to come out full circle, it must have been a lot of depression, and you did speak on that. Can you kind of go back into like, I guess from the time where you were maybe at your lowest from a depression standpoint, and how you worked your way out of that?
It was at a point where me and my grandma, we had like this big argument, and I just felt like, why am I continuing to fight with someone that's supposedly supposed to love me and I love so much? Like, what is so wrong with me that you making it this big of a deal? Like, I'm just being myself.
Right.
And I'm not even really being myself all the way, because at that time I wasn't wearing my hair. Like, I was still being respectful to her house. Like, I wasn't coming in like with hair on in front of her and stuff like that. So it's like, what more do you want? Like, I can't help you. Don't buy none of my clothes. You just provide a roof over my head, and I even pay you to stay there. So it's like, why are we even going at this so much? And it's like, I really felt like, why am I going through this in general? Like, in life, like, what is this going to do for me in the long run? Like, what is the purpose? You know what I'm saying? So I just had to do a lot of soul searching and know, like, in myself, like, you are a good person. You're not, out here killing people. You're not here to commit crime. You're not doing none of that. You just go to work, do what you gotta do. You hang with your family and your close friends, and that's it. So you're not a bad person. And I had to let myself know, like, I'm not gonna allow anybody else to make me feel that way.
Right.
Because I know what I can bring to the table.
Right.
I know my worth.
Wow, I think that's good, commendable. Absolutely.
I mean, and that's something I think with the self-esteem, and even just growing up, just as an African American, we deal with the struggles of discrimination and being looked down upon and judged based on whatever. Me growing up, and with big boobs. I couldn't be a cheerleader. I couldn't be a cheerleader because her titties were too big. Like, are you saying? And I know it sounds crazy, but that does a lot to your complex.
They want you skinny.
Yeah,
like a nice
right. But I could, cheer better than the rest of them. But so I mean, it really is how you view yourself, and you have to come to a place of acceptance within yourself, and not allow people to influence you. So I mean, you're absolutely correct about just doing your soul searching and finding you. When you were at the place of almost committing suicide or having thoughts of suicide, what transpired then? What was going on with you then?
Like I had got into like an altercation with someone, and it was over me. Of course, me being the way I am, and it's like, why do I continue to have to? Like, why do I have to fight someone for me just being myself? Like, because I want to wear a tight shirt, if I want to wear makeup, like, who cares?
Right.
I'm not checking for you. I don't want you.
Right.
I'm just being myself. If you think it's over the top, if you think it's extra, then so be it.
Right.
Now you want to say about all these people you fucking, or all the dirt that you doing behind closed doors. So why you trying to call me or like put a spotlight on me?
Right. Right.
So it's like I just got tired of it. I'm just like, I just don't want to be here no more. Like I just really, But then I thought about it, I was like, my mom, my dad, my family, like if I leave, I know it's gonna hurt a lot of people. So I was like, I can't do it.
And I applaud you for that, because a lot of people, being a therapist that we do, a lot of people who do consider suicide, they don't consider that side of it. Suicide is a very selfish act. And you're not considering the people that love you and support you and that can accept you. So I definitely applaud you for coming out of that, because, it's a hard place. It's a very hard place to come from.
Especially when you feel like you don't have nobody.
Right.
Like nobody.
Right.
And that's how I felt. Like I felt like I was just by myself.
Wow.
Like even though you have your friends but you really don't have that unless it's just like your family.
You want the validation of your family, your blood. Yeah.
So I just felt like all alone.
Yeah.
So how do other, we know how black folk are.
Right.
How do other ethnicities like receive you, or like even growing up, or like were white kids just as ignorant at times, or
See, growing up in the South, I really didn't talk to that many white people.
Yeah, me either. Growing up, I grew up in Arkansas, so
I've never been, but I've heard it's country.
yeah.
But I mean, of course, you see your classmates and stuff, but it's nothing like, oh hi, like we talking about.
Right.
Were you always like a loner?
Okay.
You found like you're always like a loner?
I always had like a real, like it wasn't like when I finally came out, it was my freshman year, and it was like I came out, it was like a group of us, my cousin, another one of my cousins, it was like 5 or 6 of us.
Wow.
And like we just took over the school. Like it was just like we here, nothing you can do about it. Like you mess with one, you gotta mess with all of us, and that's just how it was. Like so, at one point in time, school had got better, and then I had moved back to Delaware.
So you had to start all over again from a social perspective. Or?
Yes, up here it wasn't as bad. It was just like I was just here to talk, and like they'll be like, "Oh, look at that thing."
But there are a lot of homosexuals out here. There's a lot of transgender
Delaware is full of
Delaware
is full of DL men.
Absolutely. Okay, so and I said it before on the show. I worked at James E. Vaughn Correctional Center, the biggest prison out here in Smyrna, for 5 years, and I worked as a therapist there. And the stories that came into my office, the write-ups that came across my desk, the people that I had to look twice at and say, what happened? It was even to the extent where, one guy was caught in a porta potty on Durham Yard, and that next week he was getting released. And I came into work that morning, we was going through the metal detectors, and his wife, his family was sitting right outside the gate. And he passed me, and he was like, all right, Miss Janelle, like, thanks for everything. And I'm looking at him, because after his incident, he came to my office. So I had to kind of help him process all of this, because he was getting bashed, of course. But he walked past me, and I told him best of luck with everything, and he went to his wife and tongued her down in the waiting room, and I was just like,
okay, like, tell her how you really feel.
Yeah, I mean, so that really changed my whole world, like, working there for 5 years, and it was an all-male prison, 2,700 inmates, and probably 75% of them is either down low or, but they always say prison gay is separate then. It's different than out here gay.
Different,
yeah, they say it's different.
Because when you get out, you still do it.
Yeah, because you said it. I'm thinking like, can you turn that off and on? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, can you be in jail and prison gay or whatever?
I don't have no records. So I can't answer that question.
Well, it wasn't directed necessarily towards you, but
I don't know. I don't know. Some people say it's a phase. I mean, I've heard it all working in there. You know, this is just something I got to do to get by. You know, I'm not doing nothing. You know, they're doing it to me. You know, they're just giving me head, or he may just be putting it in his butt. But that's just it. Like, we're not kissing, we're not cuddling, quote unquote. But anyway,
men kill me with them.
Yeah, you know, they have all the justifications on how this thing works. To each his own is what I say. To each his own. Marcus asked a question: how do you deal with people's ignorance in a non-confrontational way?
I pays it, as in no intention, paying no damn mind. They don't pay none of my bills. They don't do nothing for me.
Facts.
So let them talk.
Facts.
Let them talk, honey. Talk all you want to. Keep talking.
Wow.
Keep bumping your dentures, honey. I love it. Let me be the talk.
Tredarion said, I remember when we talked on the phone and you told me about becoming a woman. I told you that I was all for it. I am still here behind you every step of the way.
Yes.
So you have like a lot of people following.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, supporting you, lifting you up. That has to like do wonders for you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? As far as your self-confidence.
I love it. I love it. And the people that I keep in my, like, especially social media, is like, we may not talk every day, but they know that we have that connection. I love them dearly. Because I'm not the type of person to just build all these friendships or relationships with people and don't really mean, you know, they don't have no meaning to it. Each person that I have a relationship or friendship with, it has a solid meaning behind it. Because we've been through something together.
That's what's up. Let me read the most important comment on here. I've read. Crystal Vincent says, "Miss you. Come see me at Old Navy. Listen, I need some of those khakis, those broken khakis.
That's like an
That's
old
the most.
Can we get the hookup?
A mess.
Crystal, what's up with your employee discount? Let's talk about that. Me and Tori come through there and, you know, make it do what it do.
If you're just tuning in, welcome to Get Moxie. We are here live with Miss Queen Tori. We are talking about the journey to transition, and we are talking about being transgender, and she's explaining to us her transition from, well, she's still Christorian, but Christorian Tori, Queen Tori, to where she is today. I do have a question. Looking back over your 27, happy belated,
Thank
right?
you.
Your birthday was just recently.
Okay.
Yes,
August 12th, Leo.
Yes. And you're 27 now, is that
27.
right? Okay, great. So question, for the past 27 years, do you have any regrets about anything that you regarded as transition in any part of this process?
Not at all.
Okay.
The only thing, well, I will say one thing. I do regret not starting sooner.
That's good.
I do regret that because I feel like if I would have started sooner, I would have been way further than what I am.
So do you desire, you know, to be a mom at some point, and is that something you thought about?
Of course.
Being married, having.
Every woman wants that. Every woman wants that. Husband, 2 kids, big white things, dog in the yard.
I only want one.
You only want
I got one. I'm good. One and done.
Well, see, in today's society, I don't know if I want any.
Exactly.
I may just get me a little pooch and call it a day.
Right, though. Right.
I thought about it, like having kids, you know. But I've been single now 7 years, so.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I haven't even found the right one. They even thought about even getting, you know, settling down with.
So we're talking about you having a child, and we can go there. Can we go to your sexual? Not too much, but we'll go there. Touch on that a little bit. Well, let me go here first. With you having a child, and I know with the transition, a part of it is changing out your penis into a vagina. Will you be able to bear children with that transition?
Well, see, the thing with that is, I don't know even know if I want to go all the way with the surgery.
Oh, okay.
Because I know a lot of some like of my friends that have like friends that are trans have told me that some girls lose feeling, and I'm not with that.
Wow. Okay.
I'm not with that. Like, if I gotta lose feeling altogether, I might as well just keep it. But it's, you know. A lot of guys, believe it or not, don't want girls to get it. Don't want them to get surgery.
Really? Oh, okay.
Men are freaky.
I believe it. I believe it. So during your sexual intercourse moments, are you utilizing your penis, or are you just a receiver, as a female would be?
Ooh.
Is that too much? Is that too much? I'm sorry. I'll go there. If you let me, I'll push the boundary. If it's too much, it's cool. Say pineapples. We're good. Okay, pineapples. We're good. Okay, cool. So, all right. We'll pass on that.
I'm going to spill all the
Cool. No, that's fine. I'm asking because one of my transgender clients, he is Caucasian. He despises his penis. Oh, wow. He despises. When he looks at his penis, he gets so disgusted. And he's just like, I wish I could just tear it off.
Wow.
And I'm like, well, honey, calm down. Like, it's okay. But he, you know, he has, you know, Caucasian. He has the hair down to his butt, you know, and I mean, he's more flamboyant than me. And he's taken that. We're going to talk about your natural process. Yeah. But he's taking his injections and all of that, and he has his boobs coming. And his penis, if he can tie it up and throw it, I mean, he despises his penis. So that's why I asked that, because there's some people that, you know.
I love every part of my body. Every part, every inch, I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Okay. That's good.
All right.
And I believe in, like, not really, because, you know, some people say you don't want to disgrace your body or do too much to it. Mm-hmm. I just feel like all I need, because even the doctor told me when I went for my consultation, he was like, you don't need much. He was like, you're already passable. He was like, I'm going to just put you on a low dosage, and that's it. That's all you need.
Low dosage of hormones?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that's all he said I needed. So that just made me feel good, because I know a lot of girls that be like, have to get like money to get like work done, and I don't have to do much. That's like I wake up like this, and this is my regular day. Like,
I woke up like this.
My mom gave me this face and this ass.
There it is. There it is.
I feel like a snap needs to be in. I
feel like
a snap. I feel like that was a snap moment. Let me ask Corey. Corey Van had a question. He says, "How do employers treat you? Like when you show up for a job interview, do you come?
Of course.
The way you sitting here right now.
I've been working in banking going on my 3rd year. I got every interview I went on. It's like this, and they hired me just like this, because it's not about the look. It's about the person and how you portray yourself. I carry myself with pride. I carry myself with dignity and self-confidence. Mm-hmm. When people see that and you exude that, then they want to hire you. And I'm a good person. Like I work very hard.
So is that something you have to disclose on a job interview?
No, but I always do. Okay. I'm very open and forthcoming. With
I just didn't know, you know, like with convicts, you have to disclose that you've been. I didn't know, because that's not something actually as a social worker we have been.
That's a discrimination lawsuit all day long.
Well, right, but I didn't know, because you know some places are still going through the whole transition with the bathrooms and the gender, you know, the gender.
How does that bathrooms at work?
All day.
Okay, and no ladies have an issue with it.
Well, excuse me.
They're harder because the stalls are closed, unlike the bedroom.
No, I know. I'm just saying, you know.
No, not at all.
Do you can say pineapples, that's a key word.
Yeah.
Do you stand or sit when you pee?
Sit.
Okay, all right. You all the way in.
She in there.
I've been in. Like people ask me that question, and I find it so funny, because I'm like, I've been sitting. I didn't know it was that big of a deal. Like I've always sat.
And it's a funny thing, because when we potty train men, when we try potty train boys, I have a son. That's our first way potty train, sitting and tucking it in and pee. So
a urinal must disgust you.
I don't even like that out in the open like that. I don't like, even when like I was in high school and gym, like I never like undressing in front of everyone. Like I always went to a bathroom, a little stall, you know, change, and I came back out. So I've never like doing that. Like,
so you know when we have the moments, right? And I'm about to test you now. You know we have the moments, right, when we're somewhere. You know, at certain places, you know, if a woman got to pee, she can't just go, squat down and do what she got to do.
Yeah.
Do Christorian, if you're in a tight spot and you got to pee, and you know you can just stand behind this tree and make it happen. Do you do that?
I will squat and pull that and, pee.
All right.
Ain't nobody looking. If I got somebody with me, bitch, we holding
this.
She
is committed to this.
She is committed
to this. I loved it.
Because I take advantage of the man part right there.
Listen, it's times I wish I had a man part when it comes to that. Listen, let me just piss real quick, please.
Look, I was traveling over the weekend, and we stopped at this TA truck stop, right? And I went there to pee. I was like, God, I'm so glad I'm a man, because this bug is disgusting.
Yeah. It is. The bathroom.
I even want my shoes to touch the floor there. Yeah. That's how bad it was.
Yeah. Well, like, the Sesame Place was the same way, and I was just like, ugh, got to sit on, ugh. But anyway, so Marcus says, what advice would you give to another friend who wants to become a transgender?
Just be yourself. Don't do nothing that's going to disgrace yourself or put like you in a negative light. Make sure you're not doing it for the wrong reasons. Don't be doing it for no man. Don't be doing it for no money. Do it for yourself, and to make yourself happy. If you're not doing it for that, then don't do it. And if you don't feel like that is your true self, then what are you doing it for?
So
don't do it for entertainment or because you think it's cute and people love seeing it. No, don't, because that's not what I'm doing. This is not. I'm not being who I am for no one. No entertainment. No man. No money. No. Because in that case, honey, I would have been had that. To be real,
right?
Do you know a lot of girls who are going through the transition or the process, and they've suffered like from a lot of traumatic events, like they may have been, raped as a kid or anything like that. Do you know people who have their journey, they're where they are because of traumatic events?
I don't know any personally.
Right.
I'm not really. How we talk in the lingo is on the scene, meaning that like I don't really go to gay events. I don't hang with like a lot. It's too much drama. It's too messy. I'm just to myself, so I don't really have any.
So you're like normal.
I'm very normal. I'm very regular.
Very
like,
regular, yeah.
When I'm here, people think like I be, cause like they see me on Instagram and stuff, like I be doing so much, but I really don't. Like I be chilling with my cousins, with my family. We be smoking, drinking, do what we do. Like we
everyday stuff.
Right. Exactly, everyday things.
And if like I'm going to Vegas next month, so
what is it, Marcus?
I'm very excited about that.
That's awesome.
So that's what I do. Like I like to travel. I like to go places and see different things.
And I think I think that's good. Like you said, like you're very normal, and I think people respect you more that way. Because again, a lot of the transgenders that I've encountered, or even homosexuals or transvestites, those that like to dress, they're just so over the top.
Yeah, they're like, hey, girl, I never.
Yeah, they're like so.
Why are you doing all that?
Like
it's just too much.
Right.
Like, and that's what I mean when I say some people in the community, it makes it harder for girls like myself that's not like that, or gays that's not like that.
Right.
So, because not all gays and not all trannies or transgender women are like over the top or messy or drama filled. And I think that's or like sex craze, because a lot of trans girls, believe it or not, are looked at as sex objects. Like I get harassed daily.
Wow.
Because guys be like, "Oh, you got a fat ass. Like I want it. Like what's up?" Like my inbox stay with dick pics, and I be like, blah.
Welcome to our world. This is the everyday struggle, which of course but it's the everyday struggle of women. We get that all the time. It's the digs about the booty, the titties, the dick pics.
They be wanting news. I be like, who you finna get? Yeah. You ain't finna have me plastered over social media. It's like,
I know that's right.
Do you think because you are transgender that people come at you like a dude who wants to holler? Do they come with a little less respect, like as they would, like, you know what I mean? Like as opposed to me approaching you, as opposed to me approaching Nelly. You know what I'm saying? Like they feel like they can just say or do whatever because you are transgender.
I think that is the case, but see, with me, my mouth has no filter. None whatsoever. I don't play that. Right. I'm not going to tolerate it. I'm not going to allow you to just feel like you can handle me any kind of way or talk to me any kind of way because I'm transgender. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to be adults. You're going to talk to me like an adult, and you're going to come to me with respect. If you don't, then I'm not going to pay you no mind. Like, I just keep it moving. And people will be like, that's why I say I've been single this long. And people are like, why? That is why. Because I refuse to settle. I don't care what you may have, what you can do for me. If you can't treat me with respect and just love me for who I am, unconditionally, flaws and all, I don't want it. I don't want no parts. I'll be by myself before I get played. And see, that's the thing, you can't run game on me. You can't run game on me.
So like you said, you'll stay single before you get played. What are you looking for? I know you said somebody who respects you and love you for you unconditionally.
I want true love.
True love. What is that to you?
Someone that's gonna, be there for me, support me, love me through it all. And of course I'm picky too. Like I want someone romantic, like outgoing, great personality, sense of humor. Of course he has to be tall. Very hygiene is a must. Very well manicured, just a regular guy, like someone that's God-fearing, very family oriented.
What's the physical type?
Physical, tall. I prefer light.
All right.
But I'll deal with.
I was waiting for her to say dark because I was like, yes.
I mean, it's a couple dark, but to be real, like a lot of dark skinned men that I see or that try to talk to me, they be dirty looking.
I got to take a bath right now.
And not like, I just can't, like, you step into me and your clothes are dingy.
I'm itching all of a sudden right now. I don't know what's going on.
You ain't got no shape up, your beard look all your teeth is yellow. Like, I just can't. Your fingers is dirty. And you think you gonna touch me?
Right. No,
I can't.
I feel you in that. If you just tuned in, welcome to Get Moxie.
I'm just being real because, like, a lot of guys be, like, and that's what I'm saying, a lot of guys think because trans girls, like a lot of trans girls, they do what they do, that all of us are the same.
Yeah.
We're not.
Yeah.
We are not.
Definitely.
Just because you got a big thing, I'm not going to just take it out.
I know it's right. Half of them that got big things don't know what to do with it. Just speaking from reference. So welcome to Get Moxie. If you like just tuning in.
She back there testifying in the back.
We are here tonight with Miss Queen Tori, and she's talking about her journey into the transition from male to female, and she's being very open with us tonight. We definitely appreciate all the information. You are educating us tonight. You're really educating us, and we appreciate all of it. Definitely. Shout out to everyone that has tuned in. Miss Wanda Meeks, Sade.
Yes.
Everybody is tuned in. Corey Wilkerson. Shout out to all y'all.
Kingdom Kings. She said, hey, y'all, when you have a bad or trying day, what brings you through?
Prayer, you sing a song, you meditate. What are some things that?
I light me a blunt.
There you go.
And turn on my Trina and keep it the fuck pushing.
I heard that. The baddest
bitch.
Right.
And don't y'all ever forget it. There Queen of the South.
I don't know why I would have expected a different answer.
Right. Is that Trina somebody you look up to? You
like,
love Trina?
I love her.
Yeah.
Love her. Like a lot of her music, like I can relate to. It's uplifting. Like people be like Trina, like people get this facade of her, like because she runs about sex, but not all her songs about sex.
Right.
Like she will put you up on game and teach you how to like stack your money. Don't worry about these niggas and keep it pushing.
Got you.
Don't be dependent on no nigga.
Got you.
Marcus had a pineapple question, but she kind of already answered it. You said, do you do any sexual acts receiving or giving as a man would? I'm asking you the same questions that I asked my 3 transgender friends at my job. Then 3 transgender people at your job?
Well, he work at the warehouse. There's a lot of people over there.
All right. Well, hey. So... I just pineapples, right?
No, but I'm gonna say pineapples, but I'm gonna throw a little shade because that sounds like he may be a little interested.
Oh, Marcus, are you curious?
You saying 3? Why you so? If you just heard from 3, why you want to know from me?
You should already know the answer, right?
Right. Why you want to know? Why you want to know my perspective?
Marcus, don't let your wife come choke you tonight.
So listen, when they say a person is,
with you, Marcus. No bad.
Marcus is a jokester.
Yeah, he likes to joke. Yeah.
What do they say? When a person who's supposedly heterosexual is asking a lot of questions about being gay, they call it bi-curious. Is there a phrase that about people who are supposed to be like straight that when they ask them transgender a bunch of questions? Is there like, are you trans curious? I don't know. Is there some little?
I don't like answering all. I don't like feeling like interrogated. Like if you want to get to know me, like let's do an activity. Let's like talk, have a conversation. Like don't just
regular
ask
stuff.
me regular stuff.
Yeah.
I'm a regular girl. Regular girl. People still won't believe it. But.
Let's talk about it. We started talking about it before we got on the air, but I want to talk about it here on the air now. And Eli has stopped me. Your process of transitioning. So I know we talked about, so with this comes hormones, they have injections. What are some of the other things? No, not that you did, but I'm saying with transition in itself, there's hormone pills, there's injections.
There's implants, there's sculpture, there's like some of that.
It's like body sculpting.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I want to get, but I'm not transgender, but I want to get all this fat taken from here and put it to my butt. So I'm gonna start a GoFundMe page. Y'all gonna contribute? All right. Make sure y'all pay y'all tithes this way.
That's gonna be the end of it. You know what happens, right?
Pay your tithes this way so I can get my body sculpted.
I love it.
But so for you, we know that, and you said it earlier, you're not on anything. You're going through your natural process.
No, this is just me. Like I've been natural, and people still don't believe it. People are like, oh, you gotta have hair work done. No, baby.
So tell them what natural means. What does that mean
natural
to go through the natural process?
Natural meaning my face, my hands, my ass, my thighs, everything, my stomach. The only thing that I have on is silicone titties. That's it, and a bra. Everything else you see is me and my bundles.
Bundles, yes.
But everything you see, like this is me.
So that's just your natural body.
Natural, and that's what I mean when I say natural. And there are some natural trans women out here that don't really need a lot of work, make it on hormones, and that's about it.
Right. So what is according to your consultation, what is your next steps for the rest of your transition?
The only next step is for me to just be on hormones and testosterone blockers. That's it.
Okay.
Is that something you have to do for your entire life or for a certain time?
I believe it's only for like a couple years. I believe so. I have to get back to you on that, but I believe it's a couple years.
So the testosterone blockers that prevent like hair and all that stuff from going.
Mm-hmm. And then the hormones is to give you more estrogen. Is that correct?
That's going to soften me up.
Soften you up.
You know what I'm saying, honey? They think I'm a problem now, honey.
See, you just like.
And I'm in therapy right now, so.
Okay.
Yeah, because you have to go to therapy. And I'm actually going to an old therapist that my dad went to years ago when I was in high school because I had anger issues too. Mm-hmm. So.
Do you still have your anger issues?
When people try me. But for the most part, I just keep it real cute. What was that for? I'm going to tell you, this is my coworker, by the way, too. Okay. We work together, too, so. But, it just comes out like when people try me because I'm not no disrespectful type of person.
Right.
I show everyone respect. Mm-hmm. Don't disrespect me.
Right.
When you do, you're going to see my wrath.
There it is.
Honey, the Leo will come out.
The lion.
And I will pounce.
There it is.
And look, Marcus says, I'm helping out with the show because people are so damn homophobic. He says, we do have something in common, meaning you and him. He says, I don't charge under $200
I can't stand him. Marcus, go to your bed.
Marcus said, I shouldn't have to fuck for free.
Go to your bed, Marcus.
What up, Andre Pep, St. Louis
Andre,
in the building. What's up, bro?
On?
Jadon Harris said, call me tomorrow, love, big bro.
Yeah.
Jadon, if I'm saying it correctly.
That's my brother, one of my siblings in Georgia.
Okay, all right, that's what's up.
Hey,
love the support. That's what's up. Man.
Definitely. So if you're just tuning in, we are here on the air with and excuse my allergies, I've been fighting this all day. Terrible. But we are here on the air with Queen Tori, and she's talking about her transition process, being a transgender. I love the fact that, like you say, everything that you're going through right now is natural. Like your body is natural. And I think we talked about it earlier. Are you gonna get rid of your penis? You said you weren't. Right? No. You said you weren't. Okay. So you're gonna keep that going. Okay.
But right now, I may decide later on. But for right now, I don't see the need for it. Like, there's no like, why would I do that?
Because we, they say we're transgender, but because you still have the male part, and this is something that we dealt with at the prison. I have had a lot of transgender males come into my office upset because they couldn't get transferred to BWI because they consider themselves females. But the law says because they still have the male parts, they are still considered a male technically. And they could not shake that. They would come to my office like they're something, flipping. I'm just like, well, unfortunately the law does not care about your belief system. Right. It is what it is. So there is one transgender that is, I think she's still there, but she's like full everything. She wears bras and panties, everything, bras and panties and everything. But she still has a penis. But she's on her way to go ahead and get rid of her penis.
I mean, a lot of girls, they do that. Like, they keep it. Like, when they first start, what I've been seeing. I do a lot of research too. A lot of girls, they keep it once they get on the hormones and stuff. Right. They already have their boobs, so they keep it for like probably a couple of years, and then like later on the line they make it rid of it.
So question: if you decide to go all the way, right, and you're gonna get rid of your penis, what the hell happens? Like, how does that? What do they do to it?
Pineapples.
Okay, all right.
Well, if I can speak to it, just from what I know, from what I've seen, as far as surgically.
Yeah, as far as I've seen, they just cut it and they turn it inside out
to make a vagina.
Yeah.
That sounds mad. Like long recovery, I'll say.
Yeah, because honestly, the other way around.
So they create a vagina basically from your
penis.
What do you do with your balls?
All of that's included. Cause I think they use the balls for the clit. It's something like that, right? Okay, it was something like that. Yeah, I've seen the I've seen the video on it. But even for the females, for the males, females to males, they take the vagina, and unfortunately their penises aren't as big when they do that transition. But their clitoris is the head of the penis. And they have to use a pump to get it hard for the females that transition to males. It is.
I don't want to go through all that.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Nelly B, you're very knowledgeable.
You pay all look at it like this. You pay all that money for a pussy.
Right. Pretty much.
Pussy make the world go round.
It do. But we have to, as a licensed clinical social worker, we have to go through all the transgender trainings, because when transgender started coming out more, they talked us about being more sensitive to the patients that are transgender, and the whole thing with the bathroom. So we had to go do all these trainings with that. So, and they actually they showed us videos of the transition, and it was definitely interesting.
Oh wow!
Something I don't know if I.
Hey, Karen Marianne. Mark said, "Damn, she's funny as hell. I think I'm interested." Nelly, you got $200.
You know what, Marcus? Go to your bed, Marcus.
Marcus is paid.
Marcus is bugging.
All the time. Me Campbell, what's happening? Thank you guys for tuning in and being here with us so far. We are talking with Queen Tori, and we are definitely enjoying this conversation. Shout out to David Harrigan and Pamela Morris. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Michigan. Hey, baby.
Andre said, "Congrats for the courage." Straight up.
Yeah, I think you are stronger than you. I mean, you would have to be to be even sitting here. But I think you're probably stronger than any quote unquote brute heterosexual me want pussy type of Negro. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause
is that what y'all say? Me want pussy?
You know, I was just taking it to a caveman. But I'm just saying, I was just trying to elevate.
Yeah, I got you.
No, but I'm saying because men as a whole, men are sensitive as shit.
Yeah,
and the minute their ego is bruised, like we all get all fucked up.
Yeah.
And so we're not, you know, we portray.
Yeah.
And but like I think your strength, it's incredible. So
thank you.
Definitely
I'm just living my life. Man. I'm just being me. I'm just doing what makes me happy.
Yeah, as you should.
What are some of your goals? What are some of the goals that you have established for your life? Not even just a transition, but just in your life as a whole.
I just want to be settled. I got 3 years. I say about 30. I want to be settled, like financially, everything, like fully settled financially, and hopefully in a relationship or just beginning one. You know, just in a good space of life. I don't really want much. I just want to be, comfortable, be able to go as I please, do what I want to do, and that's it. Just work and keep it pushing.
Career-wise, do you have any specific goals for that? Like, what do you want to be when you want to grow up?
Well, me and I was just talking about, we thinking about starting like a YouTube channel.
Okay.
Because we be cracking up.
Hell
we
yeah,
funny. We are funny as hell, but I am going back to school for communications. I do want to do something like with TV. I don't know if I want to like really be like in the spotlight. Maybe more so behind the scenes type of thing. So.
I think you do good on the spotlight though.
Yeah,
I think so too, but I'm not with like, cause social media, everybody got an opinion.
Yeah.
And like I said, my mouth has no filter, and it would get tiring for me to just,
Yeah.
But that's where you have to like not even read most of the, at least the negativity, not pay attention to that.
I try not to, but the enemy be like, you ain't no punk. Like, you got to say something back. Like, you have to.
And is that, and I know I'm going to get all clinical real quick, but is that the part of you that feels like you have to prove yourself? Because growing up, and I know I'm getting all clinical, and I know y'all, it's just a part of who I am.
It's not so much prove myself, it's just put some respect on my realness.
Right. Okay. Because I definitely think with, like you said, with the strength that you have and the realness you have, and even with all of this, your transition and your journey, being in front of the camera with that confidence will definitely encourage others who are dealing with the same things to really
and who are not where you are.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah, you being in front of the camera. I think that'd be better than you producing some shit.
When we had video chatted earlier, I was telling her I'm actually in the process of working on a documentary about my life.
Okay.
Awesome.
So I'm looking to release that probably within the next year or so. It's still like a working process. We got a couple clips, some interviews, some of my close friends. So it's still a thing in the process, but I'm looking to release because I do know it's a lot of people out there that can relate and that's like going through it and don't know how to deal with it. Their parents and I just want to let them know you're not alone at all. You just need to build like a strong foundation. No, this is what you want, but you gotta be thick-skinned because you're gonna have some hurdles.
Yeah,
you would. I think you would definitely be great for like young people who are going through that struggle. You know what I'm saying? So like, look, you can come out on the other end of this and I'm okay.
Right, because
and be okay.
I'm a walking testament. Like I said, I've been in this banking industry going on 3 years. If I can be trans and do it, so can you.
Right.
You don't have to be a prostitute. You don't have to, put yourself out there. You don't have to be. It's okay to, have you be involved in the gay side of it and be like doing the ballroom scene and all that.
Right.
But what more are you gonna say than I was legendary or I was iconic or it's more to life than that. And that's why I've never done it. Like I've never done like drag or. That's never been me. Like I feel like when you do drag, you're doing it for entertainment. Like you're doing it for a show. Right. That's never been me.
That's genuinely who you are.
It's just genuinely who I am.
So let me ask you this before because we're kind of getting to the end.
Right.
Because of the family you grew up with and them being really religious and all of that stuff and your grandma's strictly by the Bible and all that good stuff. What are you saying as far as church now? Far as
that's gonna be my question.
Yeah.
Get out of my head.
To be honest, I don't go to church.
Oh.
There's too many hypocrites. I feel judged. I just don't know. But does that not mean I don't have a relationship with my Father God?
Right.
I do. Mm-hmm. I was raised in the church, so I know how to pray. I know how to read the Bible. Like, I have a relationship. As long as me and him are good, right. That's all that matters. Okay. I don't have to go to church to prove that, I have a relationship with God to everyone else. Because when I'm talking to God, it's only me and him. It's not no one else.
Right,
that's true.
Karen Marion said, Tori helped me the other day at the bank. I was there for like an hour. Pissed. They only had root beer lollipops.
And see, Karen know you? Yeah, she's the member that comes into the bank.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Mark is crazy. If you get into a fight, do you punch or scratch? I think a female punches or both. Okay.
See, I'm not the type to mess up anything. I will punch you, but I'm gonna pick up something and try to. Yes,
exactly.
We gonna really get it in.
Marcus, I punch.
But I punches as well.
So Marcus says my dick is really a pussy. Ooh. Damn, now I see why I play with myself so much. Oh my God. Marcus, go to your bed. I can't.
Now I have to tell him to go to bed. I don't normally tell my boy to go to
Marcus
bed, but now I'm
this is him all the time. He's always
go to bed.
Shout out to Yvette. Thank you for tuning
in.
Hey,
Yvette, where the hell you been?
She been hiding.
Yvette, you don't mess with Moxie no more. I'm calling you out in the last few minutes. We love you anyway, Yvette.
So we're gonna wrap up today's session with Queen Tori. I think we kind of hit on everything. Is there anything that you wanted to share that we did not talk about regarding your journey, or just you,
or share a word of encouragement to somebody who may need it?
Like I said, just make sure that you are doing it for the right reasons. Make sure you're not doing that to disgrace yourself. You're not doing it for no one other than yourself, and make sure that you can hold your own ground. Mm-hmm. Because it's going to be hard. I still deal with some hurdles to this day, but as long as you know what you want and where you want to be in life and how you want to live your life, you'll be okay. Yeah.
Wow. I think honestly
it's opening up more.
DK, what up, boy?
It's getting worse and worse, but it's opening up more and more.
Right. So every year, it's all that's going so all different changes.
So it's like give and take.
I think the hurdles part, that's going to come
regardless.
Whether you gay, straight.
That's just life.
It's just harder. It's harder on the LGBT.
And honestly, when we did our transgender training, and my supervisor, who at the time, she was a Caucasian lady, very timid, not really open to this. She was like, she was really stressing, you guys gotta be really, really, really sensitive to the transgenders, and she kept stressing the discrimination you guys go through. And I said to my coworker, I said, no shade, but we Black.
Right.
And discrimination we've been dealing with, ain't nobody sensitive to us.
This ain't
and no shade to nobody, but I mean the way she kept stressing it, disregard everything else. Transgenders, you got to be extra, And I'm like, ma'am, hold on. You want to trade shoes for a minute?
Right.
Let's just trade shoes. Transgender or not, just being Black alone is already a stigma, and that's something I did talk to my coworker about, and I do want to ask you that. Just being Black is already a handful.
Yes.
To make not a decision, but to come into who you are now, being transgender. Mm-hmm. How do you I don't want to say how do you handle, that's a lot, because you already get discriminated against because you're African American. Now you are walking into your truth. Let me say that. I don't want to say you're making a choice. Like you said, this is who you are. You're walking into your truth. Mm-hmm. It's like you get a double whammy.
But when you're done with it for so long all your life, it's like I said, you get unfazed.
I don't know, because I never get unfazed from being Black. You know what I'm saying? Even the discrimination we still face today, it still bothers me.
I'm just very, when I realized with me as I got older, there's no gray with me. It's either Black or white.
Okay.
It's either you gonna hate me or you gonna like me. Mm-hmm. If you hate me, then hey, it is what it is. Mm-hmm. But as far as being just Black or just having to, have that extra on you because you are, in part of the LGBT community, mm-hmm. it's you're going to have that regardless. Right. It's going to be there. It's not going to go away. It's expected. Mm-hmm. So it's that's why you got to be thick-skinned.
Right.
You can't let what a lot of people say get to you or take your self-confidence, because people will see that you have something and try to take that.
Of course. Right. Of course.
Wow. Okay.
Of course.
Real quick, couple of comments before we wrap up. Sherelle says, "Great show. I applaud your courage to speak out and speak up about your journey." Marcus said, "Great questions from both of you, and I really take my hat off to Queen Tori." Great show, Andre Peppers. Appreciate it. Nice show. Thanks, DK. Man, this has been a learning experience for me, mm-hmm. and I want to say that 15 years ago, I probably would have been like the dudes you encounter who were like disrespectful. Thank God for growth.
Right.
Yes.
And thank God for growth.
You just secure with yourself. You know you're a man, and you know.
Right.
But he likes to spit in females' hair.
Ah, here we go.
Oh my God!
If he got rejected,
That was in college. The girl dissed me in the club in front of the whole basketball team.
Exactly.
I had a cold. Loogie came out. I mean, shit happens. I repented.
I'd never let him look that day.
It wasn't no damn bundles in 1991. That was probably her real hair.
I'm done.
No, why y'all got it? Why you?
I gotta bring that up. I always gotta bring it up. I
can tell Nelly my hard story too. I never live them down. But thank you so much. We really definitely appreciate you.
Like I said, I appreciate you guys.
Yes, we're gonna have to have you back when we
go
to the new studio. Bring some of your friends on out, your cousins or whoever, have them come back so we can just have another powwow and just kind of talk about relationships, love, the regular rendezvous.
Right,
but this I thought was very important because we want to educate the people.
Right.
Like I said, it's one thing to learn about it in trainings and reading and seeing reality TV. But to actually sit and speak with you, I think that's a wonderful thing, and I definitely thank you for that.
Yes, because like I said, a lot of trans women get misconstrued, or misconceived as just this one thing, and not all of us are like that.
Right, exactly.
Word.
Some of us are just regular women.
Just regular,
just doing.
And she loves penis like me.
Yes, big, long, cuts, clean.
Hey, love it.
Not a lot of hair, please.
Right, keep that thing wet.
Okay.
Hit the theme music.
Well, thank you guys.
Thank y'all for joining us. Definitely thank you for coming, Tori. Again, we definitely appreciate you. Much respect and to you and your journey. Keep pushing.
Definitely.
Most definitely.
Definitely.
Thank you guys.
Give Moxie people, we love y'all. Thanks for tuning in.
And since we don't have our producer here, we ain't in the studio, you gotta give me a minute to get the theme music up.
Yeah. Let's make it happen.
We gotta make the theme. There we go. Here we go. Thank you guys for tuning in. Meet us here next week, same time, same place, right here on Get Moxie the Lifestyle Talk Show. We'll be back in the studio next week. And again, thank you to Queen Tori.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate your love.
Irma's coming. Will we?
Who?
Irma.
Oh, Lord.
Irma's
not coming. Not to Delaware.
Who's Irma?
The other hurricane that's out in
you know what?
the islands.
I feel so dumb right now.
They say
make sure
Irma's
you
on the way.
Make sure you share this show. Share it. Spread the word.
Yes.
Let it go viral. Can we do that? Let it go viral. Let's go viral, y'all. Help us
Queen
go viral.
Queen
Tori. Hashtag Queen Tori.
Hashtag
Get Moxie. Let's make this happen. We love y'all. Thank you. Meet us here next week.
Yes.